Hi, ho everyone. My name's Mr. Fruit, and welcome back to the GG Over Easy podcast, episode 125. In today's video,
two intros.
we
My bad. I got so.
you couldn't even let me get to. Well, I was gonna be like, Blue's not with us as a consolation prize.
Partners
Joey, yay!
Oh, Joey!
Newly partnered Twitch partner Joey. We trust me, he was the
Facebook
bottom of the
gamer.
list. We tried a bunch, but they were all busy.
Wait, bottom of the
So,
list. You guys texted me.
I thought Rob
We texted everybody.
Well, I was. You guys were at the bottom.
I asked Saruman.
So many other podcasts.
yeah.
And he's,
And,
Dumbledore hasn't gotten back yet, but we were
Joe
really.
Rogan is
Right.
busy today. Like I would have been on.
I asked
something else.
Jamie.
Segura.
You know,
Exactly.
Jamie, you want to come on the podcast? Nope. So we got
So,
Joey.
it didn't work out for both of us.
I just kidding. We got Joey. He joins us today. We discuss. Yes,
Women.
We discussed
Joey.
like building an LLC for Joey because
True.
he's a partner now, and
Taxes.
he needs to be responsible
Okay, that's like two
Unlike
sentences
me.
though. Did we really talk about?
a little
Yeah.
bit.
And it was like,
Yeah,
just
we
make sure you make a
talked about
company, you know. And then it's like,
I don't know. We talked about you
If
said we
that's the
talked
case-
about it and then sat there for 5 minutes and didn't say anything.
well, it's like that's good. We talked about a lot,
childhood stories.
or lack
Talked
of.
about what we like as content creators, and
That's all
Um,
from the
like.
Q&A.
I know, dude.
That's
all
the
I
most
remember,
recent
dog.
thing.
That's-
Yeah, so it's
I
easier.
know, it's in my brain.
Oh, I'm gonna. I'm
man.
seeing a movie tonight. What could it
Ooh,
be?
which movie is it? Ooh.
Rob got
Oh,
a
yeah,
new
I got
pet.
I got a pet. What kind of pet?
If you didn't listen to next week yet or last week, whoa, what could it be?
Whoa.
Joey.
Is here.
Oh, we didn't talk about it.
Today.
Changed his facial hair and hair. He dyed it. He cut it and shaved the beard.
For audio listeners, I dyed my hair black.
You're missing a lot, audio listeners.
You
This
are-
is one
you
you're going to
are.
want to watch.
Anyway,
Look at that bottom
enjoy.
right there. Enjoy the video.
Oh, am I
episode.
below you?
Podcast. Yeah.
Oh, that's
It's a hierarchy thing, you know.
sure. Yeah, sure.
Pardon your regularly scheduled podcast listening for this short ad break.
It's the new year, which means it's time to leave behind the things that don't serve you, like overdraft fees. When your checking or balance account is running low, the last thing you need is an overdraft fee. But with Chime, an award-winning app and debit card, you can save your hard-earned paper without paying overdraft fees. Eligible members can draft over $200 on a debit card purchase or cash withdrawals with absolutely no overdraft fees. Once again, Chime doing something that my bank doesn't do. Really wishing I had overdraft protection. Make your first good decision in 2022 and join over the 10 million people using Chime. Sign up only takes 2 minutes and doesn't affect your credit score. Get started at chime.com/GGOverEasy. That's chime.com/GGOverEasy. Banking service provided by a debit card issued by the bank or Stride Bank N.A. Members FDIC. Eligibility requirements and overdraft fees limits may apply. Overdraft only applies to debit card purchases, cash withdrawals. Limits start at $20 and may be increased to $200 by Chime. See chime.com/spotme. Relationships take work. A lot of us will drop anything to help someone we care about. We'll go out of our way to treat others with respect. But how often do we give ourselves this same treatment? I believe therapy is one of the most important things you can do for yourself, and I love that BetterHelp offers it online. This month, BetterHelp Online Therapy wants to remind you to take care of yourself because you are the most important relationship with yourself. Whether it's hitting the gym, making time for a good haircut, or even trying therapy, you are your greatest asset. So invest time in yourself and put effort into you like you do other people. BetterHelp was extremely professional and was very attentive to every kind of need that I had. BetterHelp is online therapy that offers video, phone, and even live chat sessions with your therapist so you don't have to see anyone on camera if you don't want to. This podcast is sponsored by BetterHelp, and GG Over Easy listeners get 10% off their first month at betterhelp.com/GG. That's BetterHelp.com/GG.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the GG Over Easy podcast, episode 125, with the highly anticipated BlueWestlo face reveal.
Oh my gosh! What's up, guys? Poo poo pee pee. Come to Texas.
That is a
Come
pretty good impression.
To Texas,
Gunslinger.
Blue is on
No,
a
he's a gunbreaker.
well-earned vacation.
Oh, no.
So we have the newly Twitch partnered affiliate
Hey,
with us.
I'll have you know, he
Hey,
the audacity, his sub badge is down there. He has to flex it everywhere. His little
Yeah.
affiliate badge,
Is
partner
it?
badge. It is.
You just made the overlay.
Nope.
You just made it.
Nope.
Yeah.
I typed in Joey and it just showed up. I'm
we joined the thing. And Joey's like, guys, if you know, like I'm partnered, by the way.
Guys,
by the way.
I just want to put this out there. I am partner now. Do not like.
We get it, dude. You're partnered. Totally all right.
Really fine.
Congratulations.
Oh, great.
Congrats, Joey. I am proud of you.
Very fun.
Couldn't have done it. Couldn't have done it without all the people listening today.
Yeah, you're right.
Not you guys, but the people listening.
You're right.
Really appreciate it.
You've been hustling. You've tried. You persevered. You made it. It's all downhill from here. Let me tell you.
Now, don't be afraid and not file as an LLC for 5 years because you think it's daunting and scary and lose a lot of money on taxes. Go do that like now instead of doing it like me now.
It's pretty easy.
I might.
It is very easy,
and it saves you money. So
a lot of money,
and it protects you.
Not very much so.
Somebody wants
and
to
it just
come
makes it
after
easier,
you.
Just go to like find your local little tax place or little accountant place.
Bring out
your block.
You maybe your parents still have a yellow book.
I mean, I don't know
what that is.
I don't go to I went to like a very mom pa shop kind of place, and they're very awesome, and they're helping me out. So I don't know what H&R Block is like. I'm sure they're okay.
I have to find an accountant.
They're a little too square for me.
I'm also sure that they're like familiar with the space now. Like 6 years ago when this was kind of starting, it was, I don't know what it was like.
You're doing right.
What was that like when you told people like, was it very easy back then than it is now? Because now it's pretty simple and they have all kinds of categories for it and stuff.
Well, two things. My accountants, it turned out to be pretty easy because this is an old phrase many haven't heard. You remember the creatures?
The creatures?
Who?
No. What is that?
That was back during like high school. That was like, oh God, I need to remember who all was.
Creatures? Like that's like a YouTuber or
they were like a band of people who had a channel called The Creatures.
I
think it was like Sips and.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, wait, I know like Yogscast. Sips was on Yogscast, if that's who you're talking about.
Well, I'm trying to think. It's like they had that. They had Kutra. They had.
These names are just.
Let me see.
This was like our dream. The Yogscast was my dream.
This is where Gassy Mexican got started. Chilled Chaos. They had Sly Foxhound. Uber Haxor Nova. That was one of the bigger ones.
Oh, I know all these names. Yeah, these. I didn't know they had like a group before, like being solo YouTubers.
The Royal Viking, Spoonerism, Kutra.
Oh, I know Spoon. He's cool.
They all started here. They had this thing called The Creatures, and they're the Creature Hub or whatever. And they were this group of people, and then they eventually ended up moving in with each other. But I'm pretty sure when they did and got a house, it was here in Colorado. And the accountants I went to worked for previously The Creatures. So
pretty easy.
Way back early 2010. Well, the funny thing too is what I didn't realize. The reason is The Creatures didn't just have a house; they got like an office, and their office was right across from my accountants. So I think by the time I'd gone there, Creatures were shutting down already or whatever. But so they already knew like
the
drill there, like, so that was easy.
Just like fill this, do this, and you'll be fine.
Yeah. And then my lawyer, what
you're saying is,
he's like,
Dream Team House. We all moved to Colorado.
I've already tried. No one's coming. So we tried.
Hey, I'm here. I'll drive down.
I mean, I'm living on my own now, so I'll go anywhere. At this point, I'm so scared of living anywhere other than California. But also, I hate living in California. So gas reached $7.50 yesterday. So
crazy.
Yeah.
Hey, I got that hybrid.
Ooh, yeah,
I am not. Well, I got that diesel now because my car's in the shop, so I'm driving my old car. I am not driving.
Yeah, I was just saying.
So yeah,
it's a good thing. Anywhere. And that's it's a good thing I've been working at my gym again because I drive even less. Like right now, I probably fill up my car every 2 months.
Yeah, I was gonna say. It depends how much I go back down to my parents' house because that's probably like maybe half a tank. But if I don't go to like my parents' place, I literally and this is where like I was talking to my chat. I was like, I'm so thankful. Thank you for watching the videos, the streams, all that. So like that, this is like my job. Like so I don't have to go until like the gym or the dispenser or the grocery store. You know, those three. I mean, I've had my car for 2 years now.
The Holy Trinity, of course.
That's what I call it. And sprinkle in fast food in there, you know, because DoorDash. Okay. I go and get food now.
DoorDash racks up too.
That with prices nowadays, I've cut DoorDash. More. That is just.
I've been tipping more.
I tip myself by not having to pay more. Like that's
that $5. I'll put it towards my meal.
Yeah, I think I've had my car for 2 years now. I think I've only added about 10,000 miles to it, which is extremely, extremely low, compared to most people.
Yeah, I've had mine for under a year, and I've already added like 6,000. It's bad.
I've had mine
but
for
I drive to LA all the time though, so
26 months, and I just hit 11,000. So
we're about like the same, yeah.
I remember because I brought it in for like the 5,000 checkup. It was like a year and a half in. He goes like, I was like, what are you here for? I'm like, 5,000 mile checkup. He's like, you've had this car how long? I'm like, oh, you're way overdue. I'm like, no. And he goes, like, what? Do you not drive? I'm like, no, not really.
Nah, I don't. But ahead of the curve, dude. Way to get like a hybrid, because like
I know, right?
Now I'm looking back and like when I got my car, like I got a car with good gas mileage, but I probably could have gotten a hybrid for probably cheaper then, because for some reason hybrids were going for probably a little bit cheaper. And there was tax benefits and stuff too. Yeah. So, and now I bet they're so expensive now just to try and save the money, because I don't even want to think about it.
Yeah. Well, that's what like everybody's saying. Like, oh, now that gas prices are higher, maybe more people will buy electric cars. It's like, I'm just not going to be driving, man. I'm just like,
I'm just convinced they're hobbits now, hermits rather. We're staying away.
Yeah, I don't know what people in California. I would like honestly be thinking about public transportation.
That's crazy, because I think near us it's like almost 5. It's not 750. Yeah. That's crazy.
It's like it hit there and then it now it's hovering around like 6 or something, but it's still pretty insane.
And like let me for anybody that thinks like I'm not complaining about the gas prices and not thinking about why we're doing it, because like the people of Ukraine and stuff, like I'm happily willing to pay the gas price so we don't buy Russian oil, because fuck the Russians. But like that is
not all of them.
Well, the Russian government.
Okay, the Russian government. Okay.
Yes.
Sorry, I went Rocky 2. I went Rocky 2.
I
saw Rocky 2 again. Okay, throw in the damn towel. All right. I think it's Rocky 2.
I think you're right.
It's like all of them.
I think that's the only one I've seen.
Oh, it's a great movie. I'm glad you've seen it though, Joey.
Yeah.
My favorite scene's when he beats his meat.
What?
Oh.
Different Rocky. No,
yeah.
I think you're watching a different one.
It's rough though, for sure.
It's a crazy world. Speaking of power too, right before this, I had to restart my computers and they had an update, but I was like, this is a good time. Claire got us brand new battery backup power surge things. So now all my PCs and internet are plugged into surge protected battery backups. So
interesting.
At the very least, now I'll have a heads up.
Was that easy to set up?
Did you get one that literally
take
just
wrapper
looks
off?
Big? It's a literally
plug in
block. Yeah,
and then
plug things into that power.
Okay. I didn't know if there was like something like you had to plug in that thing to something. I don't know. Or if you have a generator that going or something.
I mean, it's kind of big and heavy, but
every time.
Yeah. So I just know that if it does go out, it'll make a noise. And so like hopefully if I'm like recording, now I can be like, ooh, stop the recording so it doesn't get like corrupted, or if it's a stream, be like, yo boys, we about to go to for the very least.
I had one of those for the longest time, and apparently I wasn't using it right. So the battery, like the actual battery on the bottom, was like corroded and stuff. So my dad, like we unplugged it. Like when I moved, I had to replace it. He was like, Joey, this has never worked properly the entire time you've used it.
This is a fire hazard this entire time.
I thought that I was
that's
like,
what the smell is.
I was like, yeah, that's weird. That's why
I'm always kind of lightheaded and nauseous.
I know it's leaking gas stuff all over my room, or electrical stuff. It's like, oh no, but that's okay.
Oh, you said okay. I have a segue. Speaking of cat, Sydney and I
Nice.
saved a cat this 2 days ago. We have a new kitty at the house.
What's it named, Rob? I know what it's named.
Her name is Willow. Well, her original name was Lorelai, but we didn't like Lorelai, and she didn't really like answer.
You're not a Lorelai anymore.
Well, I don't know.
Willow's having an identity crisis. Am I Lorelai? Am I Willow?
Well, that doesn't really know.
Middle name. It's a middle name.
Right.
So yeah, Sydney. So I was streaming the other day, and Sydney like went to the rescue, and was going to actually meet a different pet or a different little kitty, and that kitty turned out to be at a different shelter. So Sydney was like, "Well, I'll still like check it out." And Willow was in there, and Willow was kind of skittish, you know. So Willow, a little backstory: she's 1 and like 7 or 8 months, I think. She's already had a kitten, which is kind of sad because she's like still young, and she was on like the streets. She's from Tennessee, so maybe her and Bless at some point crossed paths. I like to think that
they just nodded at each other.
Bless gave the boof.
Yeah, so like at some point, like they're like Bless was walking on this side of the sidewalk, and she was walking, and then they just kind of, you know.
He probably felt something and mistook it for Harambe.
Mm-hmm.
But little did he know.
Yeah. So, and then I don't know how she got to Colorado. Somebody had like brought her with her kitten. Her kitten was like adopted, and then she kind of went through like a shelter and then a foster home, and then she was only at the shelter for like a couple hours till Sydney was there. And so Lorelai was a little skittish, or Willow, and then she put her back in the cage, and Willow was like not having it and was like, wow, and like just like
wow.
Yeah, and like so Sydney took her back out, and then Willow was like all over Sydney and like brushing up on her and just totally like loving up on her. And Sydney sent me a picture.
She knows how to play the heartstrings.
Yeah, she played the game. So Sydney sends me this picture, and it turns out Willow's a mustache cat.
Yeah,
I've always wanted a mustache cat. So like, I'm in my head, Sydney's like, we're gonna visit this cat tomorrow, and like, I want to see like how it goes with you. And in my head, I'm like, oh, we're already adopting it. Like I'm already adopted. Yeah, like I saw like, well, it's like perfect mustache on the left, and then the other side's kind of blotchy. So I like to think like they're just in the halfway through, and she's shaving and just kind of forgot a little piece. We brought her home. She's in the guest bedroom right now. She hasn't earned the basement yet. We don't think she chews on cords yet. I put a little test in. I put an iPhone charger in her little guest bedroom last night, and kind of just on my phone while I was playing
on your little
she,
security camera.
Yeah, she did not chew on it, so that's good.
She's waiting for the big game.
Yeah,
she's saving.
Yeah, so thankfully she doesn't chew on wires yet, though, but still super skittish, though. So we're slowly chipping away at her. But the other day, I don't know if you saw me posting on Twitter, she like leaned up on me and like fell asleep. So she's really sweet and really cute, and we're really excited to have a new kitten. Yeah, and then so we got Rusty. This was originally Rusty. So Rusty's now Willow, and Bougie Kitty comes here in about probably a month from now.
You have a whole household.
Yeah,
full house.
Claire was like, Christian is never coming to your house because he could probably never breathe.
I love that.
Chugging.
He's taking L's.
Allergy pills.
I miss my cats.
Do you still have that video up, Christian, of you having that kitten for like 2 weeks before you couldn't breathe anymore?
I remember that.
Somewhere.
That little tabby?
Is that video still live?
Should be. I think I've like, there's probably like 2 videos I've ever actually removed once they've gone live.
Fast fruit. And they were all with me in it.
It'd be 2. I think the kitty was in the thumbnail. So let me see.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. Do you remember what the title?
Yeah, it was. I can't.
Clickbait, Omega clickbait.
Yeah, it was.
Got a cat for a thumbnail.
Right.
I was so hyped too because I was like, "Oh man, I love cats."
Oh, I was too.
Oh yeah, there it is.
And then like, I go there to go meet it, and Christian could not breathe. Like he's like.
Well, the reason it was a Bengal kitty.
Yeah,
and it was supposed to be too like, well, it's supposed to not be as bad They're supposed
Like
to be kind of hypoallergenic or something.
You get one of those hairless cats. One of those evil like.
I'm not. I ain't doing that. Man.
No, you're not with it.
Those kind of feel like ball sacks. Like
yeah,
like
it's really hard to love a ball sack, man. I shout out to the people who can. You know?
I did see like this.
But
this
I don't like cats that much. Like
I saw this fat version of one of those cats. It was like a chonky version, like an actual. It was wrong. So cute.
Well, why would I want to raise Beerus, man? You know.
But think about that. You could literally
name
him
Beerus. Cool name though. That'd be a cool name for.
There's got to be so many.
But see, like, well, we could go all the way to get this cat and see. But see, I'm not the one that wants the cat. Like, if I was dead set on getting a cat, then I would probably
just
do that.
Like
but for me, it's like
every day and all
that or literally any dog.
Yeah.
Okay, literally any
you got
dog.
Your poopers already though, so yeah, I think you're set.
How do you think Wappa and Olive would react to a cat in the house?
Probably not good. There'd be war. There'd be lines drawn. Like
that's a declaration of war.
No.
I wouldn't want anyone else, any other pet, to be thrown into this. I feel like at all times it's like we're right between a civil war as is. Throw one more thing in. Oh boy.
You guys remember those movies with the two dogs and the cat, and like their owners would like leave? And then they had to cross the country to find their owners or whatever. What were those movies called?
Homeward Bound, I think that one is called.
Homeward Bound. Yeah, there was like 3 of them.
No, I think the pets get lost though. I think it's like the pets get lost and they find their way back home.
Yeah.
That last scene where they're like running and it's like Charlie. And it's
like, I know it's the kid. Yeah,
I
like that. Those are good. Those are good movies. Those are solid films.
I'm gonna cry.
I miss movies like that. Where did those movies go, man?
Well, you know what else is going to be a solid film?
Let me hear it.
The one I'm watching tonight. Can you guess?
Jujutsu Kaisen?
Hey, look at that. Hey. 1 for 1.
Yes, sir.
I'm going to go see the new Jujutsu Kaisen movie. Just hit theaters. I'm hyped.
I'm pretty hyped too, man.
I looked at it. There's a decent amount of reviews. And right now it's sitting at 100% critic and 99% fan.
Really?
Why do I feel like anime movies always just bang? Like they just are.
True.
They don't miss.
It's true.
I have never had a good like anime movie theater experience though. Broly was horrible. Well, not because of the movie, but because of the people in the movie. I had people laughing when Rengoku was dying, dog. Like, sorry, spoilers, but like. There was these teenagers up in front that were just like laughing. And here I am, tears streaming down my eyes. I'm like, what is going on? You know? And they were just like, come on, dude. And then,
wait, what happened at Broly to make it a backstory? Because I have a Broly story that's actually pretty hilarious. I won't name any names though, but
to put it in perspective, I saw Broly with my now current girlfriend, Charlotte, and my ex-girlfriend, who was my girlfriend at the time. So I saw that
conundrum. It sounds.
I saw that. Yes, I saw that as a triangle.
Yeah.
And you know what though, that was one of the points in my life where I had kind of 2 girls going for the AboutimeJoey, partnered by the way, and I was so focused on that movie, I did not give a shit. I was like, get your hand off my leg.
I'm there to see a movie.
He just
That's right.
He just broke the space-time barrier. Get out of here, dude. Like there is no way I'm focusing on women right now. It was the coolest thing ever. But there was also just like people standing up in front of me and all this other stuff. It was like, come on, dude. Same thing with My Hero. I think the most recent My Hero movie, which was amazing. But
I like how it's like I didn't like Brawley. There was just women trying to get me, dude. Like, get off of me, man.
What a Chad, dude. Yeah, Joey. God, we get it, dude.
Giga Chad, Joey.
So when I saw Broly, I went with a friend. This friend will be remained unnamed, but I'll tell you after the stream, Christian, because you know him.
I think.
So we were going to see like a movie, but we had to drive all the way to like Greeley, which is like about like 45 minutes away. So we get to the theater. Movie starts in 10 minutes. You know, your boy Jay's up real quick. You know, we gotta get ready for a movie. So my friend's like, you know what? Like, why not? Like, I'll take. So he goes like this. Right? I'll show like an example for the video. Like that's like the kind of hit he take. Like, it's very like, I'm like, all right, let's go see this movie.
For the audio listeners, it was a small hit.
Thank you.
I guess
so. We go to the theater, get food, popcorn, all that kind of stuff. So we sit down in the theater, and like I'm just like watching the thing, and I just hear him go like, "Yo, I'll be right back." So the movie's like this is, and then that's like 15 minutes goes by, and the movie's like starting, nowhere to be seen. Comes back and is like kind of, really fidgety, like really kind of all over the place. And I'm like, yo, what is this guy like doing? And he goes, yo, I'll be right back. I gotta piss. So I'm like, all right, go pee. So, and it's like the whole like beginning of the movie, where it's like showing like the sands and all that kind of stuff. And he's not back. And I'm like, man, where the fuck is this guy? So I walk out of the theater and I like start walking to the bathroom. And of course, dude, there's like, how every movie has like a cop in it. So like there's a cop like standing like where the ticket thing is, kind of just checking it out. And
doing his job.
And I'm just like, Jesus Christ. So I go to the bathroom and I see these teenagers walking out of the bathroom just cackling, dude, having a great time. And I'm like, uh-oh. So I like turn in and I see some like knees on the ground in the toilet and just like, whoa. And then I look in the trash can, bro, and there's just puke. And this is like the trash can that's like in the public area. Right. Before you go into the thing.
Oh.
So I'm like, oh shit. Like he's struggling. And I'm like, I cannot have a scene happen here. Like not now. Like do not. I was like
you're like assessing the exit.
I'm in damage control. and like let's be real. Rob's always stoned. So like it's immediate like, oh, I'm stoned. And then like, oh, I need like full attention. It's like, all right, full attention. Like we're here. Like, yeah, it's just like, like, all right, waste of weed. So I'm like, yo, you gotta get up, yo. And he's like, I'm fine, man. I'm like, yo, I was like, there is like Poe out there right now, just posted. I think he might have seen you thrown up. I don't know what you did, but I've seen throw up in the public trash can. So I was like,
it's a slushy. It's a slushy.
I'm also like not trying to shame him and freak him out even more because he's like kind of going. I'm like, oh my God. So I'm like, and he's like, I can't drive. I was like, you don't need, I'm not even like, you just wasted my weed. I was like, we're fine. I was like, and guess what? I was like, we're in the perfect place. I was like, we're at a movie. I was like, guess what? You get to go watch Dragon Ball Z for an hour with me and just chilling. I was like, here's my drink some of my DP. And then we take him out and we walk him back in the theater. And thankfully we finish the movie, doesn't leave or anything. So, and then couple days go by and I ask him about it and he goes, dude, I don't even like remember the movie at all. He's like, I was watching like Dr. Seuss Cat in the Hat like for the first hour. And then I was like, all right, man. Like, so yeah, that was my Broly experience.
Which sucks because that's a banger movie.
It was sick. Movie. Oh, that movie is awesome. It's literally like the first like 30 minutes are a little slow. Like, but then like once they get down for like an hour and a half.
It
or
don't
what
stop.
feels to be that long.
Tight. Yeah.
So well, that's gonna be a sick movie. Should I start that series?
Yeah.
Dude.
There's only one season.
So, wait, speaking of anime, this guy hits me up on Instagram. His name he's a fan. So, but like he said, he did the Ezekiel Pearson. This guy's sick. So he hits me up on Instagram and says, hey man, I've been a big fan of you guys and the rest of the Dream Team for a long time now. Parentheses.
Uh-oh.
What do you think he alludes here, Mr. Fruit, to prove how OG he is?
Love the Hawk Moon video or
pre-Hawk Moon Dismantle days.
Oh, okay.
So that's that's like things heard around Destiny.
Yeah.
That's a video
probably
you
my
never
peak
get
content.
Brought up.
Yeah.
And it says, I noticed that you have some anime tattoos. It would be super cool to able to hook you up with one. If you're down with it, please feel free to check out my work. And bro, so I click on it. He has 26,000 followers. Oh. And Tim the Tatman follows him. And bro, so like I'll show this. So this is like Yugi.
For the audio listeners,
he makes
really good tattoo of Yugi from the series Yu-Gi-Oh.
Yeah, and he
with
makes
his pot of greed.
he makes like really banger stuff.
Audio listeners, there is a really good tattoo of Bakugo from the series My Hero Academia.
So,
audio listeners,
he's based.
I'm an audio listener, so I'm watching out for y'all. Okay?
He's based in Orlando, and so I think before Guardian Con, I might try and go out there and get something.
That's kind of
by
sick.
him. Yeah,
that's actually cool. Yeah,
I'm thinking about getting Irwin and Levi.
Irwin.
Kind of in this style. So there's one of I think this is Jujutsu Kaisen, and this is what made me think of it. Oh,
it looks like it.
It is.
Yeah.
So I would want.
I
would want Irwin in the back, and then like Levi kind of in the front.
I got
that would actually be
because Levi, or I would say Irwin was. Oh, come on. I would say Levi was, or Irwin was Levi's sensei.
Yeah.
Once you watch the show, you'll understand that tattoo is not what that's saying, but
but my tattoo would say that.
Right.
For the audio listeners, it has
and that's Jujutsu Kaisen, no? Like
yeah,
that is.
I'm blanking on his name.
Names is a great question. Yeah, give me a second.
You're watching the movie tonight.
Isn't he the main guy?
You have.
How do you not know the main guy's name?
No, well,
I've watched one season.
Blanking on the demon.
So it's like demons and stuff.
Yeah, it's like curses. They're called curses in this anime.
You have Yuji Itadori, and then the fudge is the demon's name.
Isn't it like?
I feel like it's so obvious.
Like Carlos.
Oh, I thought you guys would enjoy this.
I don't know about Carlos. Oh,
that's pretty cool. Lugia is one of my favorites.
Kiss.
For the audio listeners, there's a nice tattoo of Lugia and Ho-Oh from the series Heart Gold and Soul Silver, or Gold and Silver.
Why don't they have? But I'm going through like cast, and they don't have the main villain.
The demon guy. But anyway, there was Itadori, and then there was, his demon guy. But I'm not gonna explain that to Rob because he has to watch it.
Yeah,
I miss talking about anime on podcast. I miss Blessed Shark so much, man. It's so sad. Rip the Cosmic Couch podcast. We're trying to get it back up, but that's been a quest. That's been a long quest.
I was a Cosmic Couch listener myself.
Thanks, Rob. We'll get back up one day.
I did listen to all 4 episodes.
We had like 7, I think.
You got to 7.
We had a few.
Okay,
I just miss. I miss talking about JoJo with Shark. It's.
See, that's like an anime that like I still haven't really watched.
I think you could get into it. They're on season 6 now.
If Adult Swim put out like this old advertisement that Toonami used to have for Dragon Ball Z, and it was like it's awoken so many memories. It was so sick. Because I just remember watching that as a kid. Just being that's when like anime wasn't even anime. It was just cool cartoons.
Yeah. That's where I think I first watched Dragon Ball on there. And like I remember like the one time I told my mom I wasn't coming to the dinner table was when Goku was battling Frieza on Namek. And I was like, Mom, listen. Spoilers, by the way. Mom, listen. I am not leaving this couch. I have to see what's going on. It's been an episode and a half. He's still charging up the spirit attack. Chill.
It could be any second now.
And my mom was like baffled. She was like, "You are not coming to the dinner table? Your first mistake." I was like, "Oh no."
Well, you studied Dragon Ball Z. I studied the food.
Broccoli.
Do you guys watch this anime?
Ryomen Sukuna, by the way. It's the demon.
That's not Killua, is it? I can't really see.
It doesn't look like Killua.
It is not Killua.
I don't know what that is then, though.
I don't know.
No, that is Killua. It says finally got to do Godspeed Killua.
Oh, okay. That's
I haven't gotten
it
there.
Was all spiky.
Nah, I don't want to hear that.
I just finished.
Shut up, Joey.
So. Okay.
I'm not there. All right.
See, this is cool. See, I could get something like this, but I already have Zenitsu.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Never have too much. Pardon your regularly scheduled podcast listening for this short ad break.
Kick off 2022 with better checking account with no monthly fees. Chime, an award-winning app and debit card, has no overdraft fees, foreign transaction fees, monthly fees, or service fees. With over 60,000 fee-free in-network ATMs at any location such as Walgreens, 7-Eleven, CVS, you can access your money when you need it, where you need it. You can also send money to anyone even if they aren't on Chime. Fee-free for you and no cash-out fees for them. I love how Chime is saving money for their customers. Really wish my bank did that. Make your first good choice of the new year and join the over 10 million people using Chime. Sign up only takes 2 minutes and doesn't affect your credit score. Get started at chime.com/GGovereasy. That's chime.com/GGovereasy. Banking service provided by a debit card issued by the Bank Corp or Stride Bank NA, members FDIC. Get fee-free transactions at any MoneyPass ATM in a 7-Eleven location and at any Allpoint or Visa Plus Alliance ATM. Otherwise, out-of-network ATM withdrawal fees may apply. Sometimes pay anyone instant transfers can be delayed. The recipient must have a valid debit card or be a Chime member to claim funds. Relationships take work. A lot of us will drop anything to help someone we care about. We'll go out of our way to treat others with respect. But how often do we give ourselves this same treatment? I believe therapy is one of the most important things you can do for yourself, and I love that BetterHelp offers it online. This month, BetterHelp Online Therapy wants to remind you to take care of yourself because you are the most important relationship with yourself. Whether it's hitting the gym, making time for a good haircut, or even trying therapy, you are your greatest asset. So invest time in yourself and put effort into you like you do other people. BetterHelp was extremely professional and was very attentive to every kind of need that I had. It's much more affordable than in-person therapy, and you can be matched with a therapist in under 48 hours. Give it a try and see why over 2 million people have used BetterHelp Online Therapy. So this podcast is sponsored by BetterHelp, and GG Over Easy listeners get 10% off their first month at betterhelp.com/GG. That's BetterHelp.com/GG. Splish splash, I was taking a bath and I noticed I have beautiful balls. Our friends at Manscaped, the global leader in below the waist hygiene, are turning men's shower dreams into a favorite routine with the all-new Ultra Premium collection. This all-in-one hygiene, skin, and hair bundle is designed to upgrade the everyday men's shower routine from head to toe. Your skin, hair, balls deserve it. Save big by going to manscaped.com for 20% off plus free shipping with the code GG. I've been using the 2-in-1 shampoo and the body wash, and I feel great and smell even better. Let me talk you through the shower routine. Step 1, lather a coat of the cologne-infused Ultra Premium Body Wash with aloe vera sea salt to keep your skin feeling fresh and moisturized all day. Step 2, it's hair time. Apply the 2-in-1 shampoo and conditioner that cleanses and nourishes all in one step. Step 3, once you hop out of the shower, protect your body from the odor that's coming your way by applying on the Manscaped aluminum-free deodorant. Step 4, have any tattoos for dry skins? Hit up your skin with the hydrating body spray. And step 5, apply the Manscaped lip balm. This free gift with the purchase of the Ultra Premium collection. So get 20% off plus free shipping with the code GG at manscaped.com. That's 20% off plus the free shipping with the code GG at manscaped.com. It's time to get wet and clean with your new Manscaped shower routine.
Joey, does your Mandalorian or your Boba Fett mask in the back, does that have teeth on the side?
That's my custom Mandalorian mask. Me and my dad made. For the audio listeners, I'm about to go get my custom.
He shows us off every time. He's like,
well,
this is a perfect setup for him. He's like,
I have mine, and mine didn't have teeth on it. Oh, okay. So it is like super custom.
Show him the lights.
So we got the one you did, but we got like the prototype helmet. And then we customized it, me and my dad. So this is just mine.
That's cool. You have a dad that loves you a lot and
well
likes your interests and takes interest in your interests.
What's that like? I forgot what we were even talking about.
You have a cool background. Maybe that's why Joey got partnered and I haven't yet.
She
is a cool
still a work in progress. There's still like boxes everywhere. I keep applying. The only part of my house that I have like fully set up. It sucks. I really need to just.
Do you have a window in your room?
Yeah, I have it completely blacked out. It's like right here. I have it completely just carpeted off. Mostly because I don't want my neighbors to see all of this.
I've lived here for over 2 years now, and I've never seen this window. It's behind my tapestry.
Never opened it.
Nope. It's just there's too much in front of it. It ruins the aesthetic, you know.
Yeah.
So instead, I just
have windows in a tavern.
You don't get this pale this easily.
Yeah,
right?
it ruins the aesthetic. As I look at
a lot of work.
As I look at a wheel in the background, as I look at a tree in the background. I missed the ladder.
I thought you meant the wreath. Yeah, the wheel.
No.
Yeah.
The tree in March.
Look, I don't want to talk about it, right? But also, it's mainly because it's not just like, oh, let me just. Whoosh. No, it's like giant tapestry that's too heavy. You have to completely take down, but it's like mantled above the window. So you have to take off this like heavy. You have to unclasp, take out this like spear looking thing, take the rug down. Then there's blackout shades. And it's just like, okay. I guess I'll just be.
My mom would hate. My mom would hate this because she's always like, "Oh, you got to open up. You got to get some light in here." I'm like, "No, I don't. That's the opposite of what I need, Mom.
I get a little bit of light. I have like not the greatest blinds in the world, so.
Well, ever since my last recording setup in the last house, where for about 5 hours during the day, the sunlight is literally just in my eyes, even if you like close the blinds. I was like, it's overrated.
From the fucking sun. Just
it's like
I had that was my last house too. I had my window like right behind my monitor, and like at a certain time it would just go pew, like right through the blinds.
See, that's why I'm on office basement is like supremacy. Yeah. Like,
well, we can't have basements in California. It's illegal because of earthquakes. You can't have a. It's not
drugs.
It's not actually illegal.
I didn't. Is it?
They're really uncommon. They're extremely uncommon.
I mean, basements are pretty uncommon in majority of the world.
Yeah. Also, it's not cold here, so we really don't have to like.
But we use it for shelter, quote unquote. Like it.
Well,
it protects.
I mean, there's a lot of things. Specifically,
you guys were talking about sump pumps like 6 podcasts ago or something. Not in Cali.
I think also a lot of it too is the hillier, and less flat an area is when you start to get into basements. But then also, I think it's something with foundations, and then
I watched this thing on like. You ever get in that hole on YouTube where you're watching like, why is this Japanese silk so expensive? And it's like you just kind of fall into those weird like journalistic videos that that is part of the algorithm, and you're part
get
of the
into
problem.
Like fish tank videos.
Fish tank,
like there's a guy who just has like a fish tank
for you,
and he puts like algae on top, and then he puts like a little ring in the algae, and then cleans off all the algae in the ring. So it's like the algae around the ring, and in the ring is like clear, so you can see the fish. It's like it's kind of sick. Like I get into those videos for hours. I don't know why.
I was
random Batman clips.
I've been really I've been watching Japan videos again. Don't ask me why, but like I've just been. This guy's like, I'm gonna go interview people in Japan. I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna eat chips while I watch this now.
Yep.
Like,
yep. I get into those, dude.
You got to eat with YouTube. I mean, if you don't eat with YouTube, what are you doing?
I maybe that's why I don't watch your videos anymore, Fruit, is I'm just not like eating as much. I used to make a plate of nachos every day and just watch your stuff, and now I don't know. I watch.
Big fan, man. You used to love your stuff,
Yeah, I really did, man. I mean, geez.
Used to watch you all the time.
Well, you're pumping the Destiny content now. It's good stuff. I'm just not a big Destiny guy, so it's not being pushed.
I'm gonna Summit Smash right now.
Hey, this just means the Dream Team's gonna be back here in a little bit, right?
I know, if Mr. Fruit plays.
If Blue was on vacation, I'm sure we would have done an Iron Bets this week.
I mean, I'm right here. I'm free. I mean, okay.
But people
I'm busy
may
most
read. I would just say, understand people may read.
Were you playing? Yeah, no.
I would not want to fill the shoes of that.
Trust me, I did already with the Nuzlocke, and trust me, they let me know as often as possible. Yeah, this guy's like okay, but he also sucks, and I miss Blue, and I'm like, okay,
it's fine.
It's fine. Cool.
It's okay.
Like I would rather have Rob at this point because he would probably be better. I'm like, okay, yeah, it's fine. I
like that one.
Yeah.
I would do a Nuzlocke one day. It would just have to be heart gold, and that's it.
Yeah.
Well, there was that thread Kevin linked or whatever that on like the actual Destiny 2 subreddit.
I'm gonna be honest. I did not go back. I did not read any of those comments.
I read all of them.
I did not.
I read a lot of them.
Nope. I saw you guys linked that, and I was like, oh, like that's cute. And then I saw like 1,800 upvotes and like 300 comments. I was like,
it's at like 5,000 right now.
I went, nope.
It was like a third of the comments. Rob Hockman, that was so funny. The other third, Blue's the coolest dude ever.
Yeah, there was
I love his content
in there.
Hey,
I love when he plays with the Jez. I was like,
a video. Like what?
A video.
And then the other third is I've never heard who is Mr. Fruit. Like,
yeah. Well, and then there was people like,
nice.
oh man, yeah, I used to love Mr. Fruit's videos. I mean, he's kind of changed now. And then
there was one comment, that's like loved his content, but like content. Yeah, and he's like kind of making content now, but like it's just not good anymore or something. I'm like,
I was like, dude,
Like nothing's like I don't think anything's changed. If anything, I think we're funnier.
It's because you haven't made a Mr. Fruits highlights in a while, and there you go.
Yeah, dude, I seriously saw that and like read it and I was nope. I went, oh, that's fun. I'm glad they're having fun.
Well, I was like, oh wow, someone remembered me. I wonder what the comments are.
Yeah, not a single one of those comments knows who I am, so I don't.
Well, actually, I lied
so glad
too.
I'm disconnected from that.
It was 50%, 50%. Of that 50% was the slice I mentioned. The other 50% was just talking about Dream.
Yeah, well, a lot of them was like, I don't even know who the hell are the top 3 guys. Who the hell are the
as if you don't know who that is. Like, come on.
I guess
do you live under a rock? Like, as if it's like a cool thing to be like, I don't know who's
Dream. Yeah, I only know the Dream team.
Yeah, we didn't specify. The post was like, there's only like one Dream team I know of, and it was the top is Dream's team, I guess, like Dream, the Minecraft YouTuber, and like his friends. And then below it is
his fans being Sapnap and George Not Be Found. Just let you know. I have no idea.
That sounds right to me.
I know George is the one. Sapnap is the one who plays CS. That's why I only know. Oh. And I think there's another kid who plays CS. But we like when they play CS because it makes the market go up. So keep playing CS. Yep. Sapnap.
And then the bottom image was from our very first Dream Team video when we were the Inefficient Squad. And it was just with our little names above it. Like,
if you noticed, it was you and Blue at 31.
And Rob was at 32 light.
Rob was at 32. And someone in the comments was like, the most unrealistic part about this picture is that Rob was a higher light level. And then someone under that was like, Destiny 1 was a different time, man.
Dude, the amount of money wasted on college for me just to fucking play Destiny 1.
Well, I was remembering it too. Like, at that point, we were all probably max level, but that was like back when like everything had a certain level and whatever you had equipped also reflected it.
Yeah.
And I was also doing that trash system where it's like you could literally VOG forever and never get a chest piece, which would put you at 30. So you're like forever 29 or something.
Well, I was thinking about it the other day. I was like, not only were shaders single-use shaders, right, on one piece of like equipment, but sometimes when you would like, there was that part in between like Taken King and like whatever came after it. I think it was the April update, where if you infuse something into something else, it wouldn't even go.
It would average between them roughly.
It would average. I was like, how do we survive? It's like, Jesus Christ. Like, I might not like Destiny 2, but
I just remember we would play Destiny every day. And then I think about it, there was Nightfall to do.
Crucible.
Yeah, Crucible and VOG. And I didn't even do VOG until like way later. So it's like, and then I think about it, I was playing it all day, every day. Yeah. I think I was just doing bounties. I don't know. Oh, and then getting like whatchamacallit, farming for silver thread or whatever. Spin metal on Moon.
Yeah. That was wild. I mean, I got into Destiny like maybe when I was like 15, 16. And I was like, this is my game. And gosh, that took me down a path. And now I'm a Twitch partner. So here we go, right? But
yeah, check the check mark by your name.
Check the check mark. Right
Zoom in
for audio listeners, there's a check mark by my name. All right, just letting you know.
But, so you are an audio listener.
I am. Yeah,
I'm a video listener when it comes to podcasts. But then again, I have a lot of time to like just sit down and like watch something. Yeah. So
I would usually do it when I'm driving to like LA or to my girlfriends or something.
When I used to listen to a lot of podcasts, like Funhouse's podcast, like I would, or Dude Soup, I would listen to it in the car. But I don't really drive much anymore. And then I don't like listening to podcasts like when I work out and stuff. Like, I don't know. That's just...
I don't like working out. So, yeah.
You work out in podcasts?
Yeah, typically.
I don't... Yeah.
Oh, yeah, Joey.
Yeah, no, you know the regimen. I mean, yeah. Waking up in the morning.
Have you gone... When's the last time you went to the gym?
Okay, actually, when I was, I think, a sophomore in high school, I was actually like, you know what? This is the year.
Power weights.
I'm gonna get as swole as hell. All right. I had like just moved schools. I had like lost a ton of friends. So I was like, you know what? This is it. I'm becoming the man that I should be. Went to the gym maybe 4 times. I was a runner kind of guy. So I was like, you know what? Treadmill, that's going to be my thing. 30% incline. All right. This is me. And I was running on the treadmill and I was done with my workout. So I pressed the stop button on the treadmill and my dumbass was just like, oh, I'll just kind of roll off. Right. So I'll stand on it and just wait for the thing to go again. And then
like you're some athlete, like you got athletic ability or something.
And I ate shit on that treadmill so hard because as the treadmill's going back,
they called you treadmill boy for the rest of your life. At the new school, huh?
Yep. And I just fell. I crumpled like instantly. And all these people came to check on me, and I was like, "No, please pretend like I'm not alive."
Hey, Stacy, will you go to the dance with me? I'm not going to be seen with treadmill boy. And in your guys' picture, you have the treadmill road rash on your face.
That was my last.
I never went back.
I never went back.
That sounds like I was a freshman when I signed up for power weights, but when you had to do power weights, you had to take like this, summer strength camp to know how to do like the proper workouts and stuff like that. But I was playing varsity soccer, so I was like, fuck it, I'm not doing that. I'm just gonna sign up for power weights and be there and I'll just do it. So I sign up and they are like telling us what to do and stuff, and they're like, all right, go. And I was like, I don't know what to do. He's like, did you do summer strength camp? And I was like, no. And he's like, all right, you're kicked out of the class and then you have to sign up for something else. And I was like, okay. And then I signed up for individual sports. And that's where I came up with Stankfo Baja. That's where I met that Nick kid. That kid was insane.
You see, I didn't do any of my electives until like senior year. I saved them all.
You saved them.
That's why senior year, it's like
you were checked out.
During a week total, I had like 10 hours of school. And like 8 of those are electives. And I'm like, deuces. I didn't take any time off for 3 years for this. Everyone's like, you're so lucky. I'm like, no, I just saved. Deuces. No. And then I played a lot of video games. So
high school's got to be crazy.
So I just wasted my time. But still have some acting skills.
Speaking of acting skills, Joey, I saw the acting skills you put on when you choked on that Elden Ring boss. I'm just kidding. That was actually real pain.
That was so...
I have a new thing, though. When I almost kill a boss and I die and I choke, I call it Joeying it. So
hell yeah.
I Joeyed it. So that's what I really...
At least I got something named.
When I choke an Elden Ring, it's called a Joey now. Like, oh my God.
There you go. That one's free. Free.
So everyone spams Joey in my chat when I choke. Like,
that's great.
Do you guys want to hear something crazy though? Go ahead, Joey.
136. That's how many it took to beat Godric. I was there to stay.
You were really underleveled
though. Margit, yeah. I was 19 and I was using the twin blade, which is apparently not scaling properly. So it was like the base strength that it could be. So it was not scaling right with dexterity or whatever. So the base strength little thing, and that took me so long. And that was like, I think the one that you saw,
I never went back.
Was like,
yeah. And I understand.
That was run 130 like 2. And I would beat him like 4 later, but that was the first one I put on like anime music and I was so ready. And then and you can see me in the video, I put on that smile of like, yeah, you're done for. And then it's
your jump attack. I know how to dodge this one exactly.
I know.
It was at that moment the boss was like, ha, he thinks he's got me.
He really
time froze.
But it's great. Oh, go ahead.
Go ahead.
Elden Ring has sold. No. Elden Ring has sold 12 million copies.
That's insane. It's like,
for context, it took Dark Souls 4 years to hit 10 million sales.
Yeah, that's wild.
There's some of them, like Dark Souls 2 didn't even hit 3, I think. Dark Souls 3 went on to hit like 7 or 8. Sekiro, I think, hit about like 6. Went through the whole list, Bloodborne stuff. But Elden Ring's already the highest selling ever.
What do you think it is? Is it the memes? Is it just because it's such a fun game? Or
I think
is it what?
A combo of all of it,
mix of everything.
It's a really because people will always be like, oh, like put a difficulty scaler in it or whatever, and then there'll be the other side who doesn't want that. But honestly, I think there is a difficulty scaler in this one because you can really play this game exactly how you want to play it. If you want to cheese Margit in like 3 hits, you can do that. You can just grind to level 50 and use a staff, and guess what? He's dead. You know, if you really want
I
to
have
play like
seen
that,
all the
you can.
videos
There's
of just people who go magic build and just go like,
yeah, just do like a laser.
It's so easy.
Call me gatekeepy, but I just hit him with a thing. You know,
I know, because that's the thing. You can play it how you want to play.
Yeah, but I think that's a nice thing. Someone's
level
like,
19.
Yeah, someone's
and
like,
got my shit rocked.
I want to be Gandalf. Like, okay, I'm like, well, I'm gonna be I've seen their samurai armor and samurai blades. You already know what I'm doing. So
yeah, that's fair.
know what I'm.
You know.
I think the memes are definitely helping a lot too. Like that, like butthole, try finger. It's good stuff. You know, I think those little notes add a lot.
I saw somebody, I think it was like IGN came out with an article or something, and it was basically saying like, I'm 60 hours into Elden Ring and I hate the in-game hint system or something like that. And
Treasure
it was
ahead.
basically, yeah, it was basically jump ahead. Like, and then like it's like
you turn them off too. Just go
like
on offline mode, you can turn them off.
There's a turtle and it's like dog ?
Yeah, friend ahead, little man. I read them all out on stream. They're hilarious. They're good stuff.
I'm about to finally start.
Yeah.
I haven't played it yet.
Nice.
Oh, you didn't? I thought you were playing it yesterday.
No, you interrupted my Elden Ring time. Remember?
Well, I didn't interrupt. You were deafened for like 6 hours.
Well, no. Well, that was the thing. I like.
Were you actually in the Discord? You were deafened in Discord yesterday, like all day. Were you?
Yeah.
Actually...
Well, I was chilling with Joey for a while, and then after that, I'd been editing something. Then I was recording something. And I just stayed in there.
Yeah.
But
we're just hanging out, 2 bros, not talking to each other for 6 hours.
As you do.
As you do.
It's like a sauna. You guys just hanging out, just sitting.
You're there. You know, we don't need to be doing something, but you're there. You know.
Yeah, it's like it's an understanding.
Yeah,
exactly.
No, so I started the stream because I needed to grind stupid Destiny Wellspring weapon. These stupid deep sights. Finally got it, but it was after like 2.5 hours. And so then I was about to hop off, but I went to go make my French toast for breakfast. And I come back and somebody was like, Joey was here or something, he wants to play. And I'd been like AFK on my stream in the tower. And I was like, well, I was about to hop off and start Elden Ring, but like, oh, if Joey wants to play, well, then that's fine. I'll just play with Joey.
So be it.
But apparently Joey didn't want to play. He just saw me on Destiny. But I wasn't there. Yeah, so he's like, oh, he must want to play Destiny. But I didn't. But he's like, I was like, oh, so you want to play? He's like, Iron Bear. I'm like, okay, yeah, sure.
Just
none of
a
us
bunch
wanted
of
to be there. Apparently,
trying to appease each other.
Yeah, none of us wanted to be there.
Because I was gonna do a full day of Elden Ring, and then I'm like, oh, Fruit's playing Destiny.
All that takes is, what are you doing? Like, oh, I was just about to go play Elden Ring. Oh, I thought you want to play that. Oh, okay,
well, see, I would have been easier if I had been there when he got to the stream, but he didn't. Funny. But yeah, so
I came in.
We played that for like an hour and a half, and I'm not kidding you. I literally went into like a comatose state. I was telling people like I'm tired. I wasn't tired. It's like my eyes are open, but I'm asleep. And it took hours for me to like just wake up.
I never got.
Doc said there's nothing wrong with me. So yeah, I ended up doing not much for a decent chunk of the day because I was like, I couldn't do anything.
Clips on YouTube. That's what I go to.
But yeah, I will be starting that either today or tomorrow. Because I'm gonna record it to make some new videos on a new channel I'm making.
Oh,
Mr. Fruit Tips. Let's go.
No. I thought I would name it Partner Joey.
Oh, that has a nice ring to it. Yeah.
And then every video is just partnered by the way, and it's like 10 hours on repeat with just a verified badge.
Yep. Hell yeah. I could make that a YouTube video. So
I know
subscribe
you could.
down below. That's true.
But yeah, you can, if you're curious, you'll hear more about that later. Because I'll probably also be posting a video on the main channel when that happens. But essentially, main channel, as you know, Mr. Fruit is now essentially, all intents and purposes, Mr. Fruit FPS. Pretty much just going to keep every shooter, looter, shooter, just shooter on that channel. More Mr. Fruit is more or less going to just become Mr. Fruit Pokemon because that's essentially what it is anyway. Yeah. And then this new channel is everything else. All the variety stuff to keep me sane.
to keep me going.
Boys, I know I've missed some boy content, dude. We haven't really hung out too much recently.
Boys.
It's been lonely. I'm glad we're playing Mario Kart today because I haven't even talked to like Ruben and I text every once in a while. He's like, "Hey, dude, do you know when we're like gonna play with everybody
You and
again?"
Ruben text?
Like, yeah,
you don't text me.
We do Zoomer stuff every once in a while. He's probably listening to this.
I don't text you because you are the worst texter in the world. Like if I have to get a hold of you, I'll call you. If I was
Joey could have been like, I have texted you. I'd be like, yeah, probably I just haven't. Wait, let me look.
Well, that's the thing is when we were doing the Nuzlocke, me and Fruit were like talking like every morning. We were saying good night to each other. I love you, all this stuff. And then as soon as the Nuzlocks ended, we like just cut contact. I think like my last message to him is like, "Hey, you trying to like chill and play today?" And nothing.
I had Blue's number at one point. I don't anymore though.
I have 68.
I had Bless's number. Waiting. I don't think I've ever used it.
See, you have 68 texts. I don't understand. Like that would give me anxiety.
Yeah, I have zero.
It doesn't give me. On my phone. Literally, as I'm learning about more things, especially ADHD, I realize I've just been misdiagnosed, aka undiagnosed, my entire life. Because then I learned more and more, and literally, aside from the hyperactivity part, I wish that was my problem. Instead, it's no activity.
Yeah.
But as far as attention deficit and all that kind of stuff, I'm like just at me next time. Like, what the heck? These guys are, as far as like memory, attention, how I spread my attention, and so especially in the cases of like text, it's not even like, oh, well, I just forgot the message. It's like I just don't even check. I don't even. The thing is, I don't remember to check. And
like text messaging is like not even a form of communication in your world.
The only thing I will sometimes remember to do is if I see a message icon on Twitter. That's the only time where I'm like, oh.
Do you text your mom or dad or like? Do you text to anybody?
People text me. Yeah.
Do you text Claire?
People text me,
like, "Hey babe, I'm going to get Chick-fil-A. Do you want anything?"
Not many people text me anymore because that's just it. I just don't look or forget.
They know not to.
Yeah, because they don't want a triple text. Okay, like they already have.
I'd be like at a septuple text.
Well, and that's the thing is I don't leave people on read. I just leave people on sent. That's all they know.
Well, there's nothing wrong with not responding to a message. I don't get why you just don't open it to take away 66 to 65.
Because I don't remember to do that.
It's a very out of sight, out of mind kind of thing. That's something I've realized with like people in my life. It's like people will text me and they'll be like, "Oh my God, like I miss you so much." And I'm like, I'm gonna be real. I haven't thought about you in months. And it's not because I don't like you as a person or something. It's literally just like, I think when things are not currently in my face or in my phone or something, it's like, I just don't think about you. It's weird. That's how my ADHD runs.
That's how I feel about you.
Oh, wait, what? So I should text you.
People say Joey who?
Partner?
Joey? Who's that?
Does that ring a bell? I'm partnered. I'm partnered now on Twitch.
That sounds familiar. Joey. No, that's going to mind.
Hey, Joey. It really is funny because I totally thought you've always been like, "Oh yeah, I'm bad with names on videos," and I was like. One of these days we're gonna meet at like PAX or something, and I'm gonna be like, "Hey, Mr. Fruit, it's me." This was before we started hanging out, and you're gonna be like, "Oh, you're the comment. You're that guy. You're that Jose fella." And,
I don't try and even say names because I just don't.
That's how I thought we'd eventually meet, and now I think we'll never meet.
You got to be going to TwitchCon now.
I'm going to TwitchCon.
Yeah, now that you're partnered.
I gotta get in that lounge, baby. I was telling Chad, I'm like,
lounge.
I gotta get in the lounge. That's what Ruben's saying. He's like, these are the perks, all right? 70-30 on tier 3s. You can get into the partner lounge. I'm like, oh my god.
70-30 on tier 3s. I love it.
This is all sounding pretty bougie, baby. So
it's really not, because then you go there and it's just like some Cool Ranch Doritos and a fold-out chair, and you can just sit there, and while people stare at you like it's a petting zoo or something.
It's like, well, last night I was, my friend we were playing Valorant like super late in the night, My friend Vern was sitting there, and he's like, "Dude, I'm gonna tell everybody in this game." Yeah, so, sorry, Mr. Fruit. You were asleep. You were in the Discord deafened, so I couldn't invite you or anything.
Last night, what do you mean? I went to bed at like 10. All right,
this was like at 2. Okay, Rob was playing Madden. We're sitting here.
I need to hear about that.
Playing Madden, and then we need to hear about that too. And he's going into games like, "Hey, guess what, guys? Guess what this guy does for a living? He's a partnered Twitch streamer." And
oh god,
I know, dude. I was like, "Oh no!" And then these last guys were like, "Oh really? Yo, Link." And I'm like, guys, no, I'm not really like a Valorant streamer or anything. Like, don't even worry about it.
Well, you link it to like lyric.
We'll help you out. We'll help you out. I'm like, oh no, dude. It's like, how much money you make? I'm like, stop, please. This is so bad. And I'm pretty sure they threw the game that we were on. We were playing one game, and these guys were just like, not. We're like, oh, we're nervous because there's a partnered streamer with us. I'm like, guys, please, y'all. I
hate my life.
I'm just trying to play games, and it was just like so upsetting.
The worst is when you're live and then in my Steam bio, like I just have my Twitch link. So like if I'm playing CS ever, they'll grief me in the chat going, "Go live, idiot." And I'm like, no. Like I'm like 2 and 15.
Yeah.
They're like, skins equal skill. I'm like, they do. Shut up. I hate you guys.
Pay to win, right? Pay
to win. They're like, trade me your skins.
It's just kind of cool now that I'm partnered. Like, Pokimane is my coworker. Like that's mind blowing to me, right?
Yeah.
Like I'm like one thing away. I'm always
Jeff Bezos is your boss.
Did you get a Twitch manager or whatever? I recently just got dropped by mine.
I don't even think they tried.
I never have.
I think I told that story did I tell that story on the podcast or on stream? I got dropped. So
I heard. I don't know where.
Oh, I got dropped from. Well, they didn't drop me, but they said, we think the 24/7 partner is the best kind of thing for you.
The partner page. Yeah, that's what they sent me. They're like, you now have access to the partner page.
Nice. Well, that's the next step to that, no matter what they tell you, is actually having a partner manager. I only had one because for the past 6 years, I've always set up a meeting every month. This guy's probably like, oh my fucking God, I hate this guy.
He's the only guy who does this. I don't know why.
Yeah, I was like, I just do not want to lose this because it's awesome. And I was like,
hey, Greg, how's it going?
I was trying to set up a meeting. He's like, oh, actually, we think you are better handled for the 24/7 page. I was like,
pain.
All right. I was like, ouch. Now I felt like Rui. Is there anything else you wanted to touch on before we answer some of these podcast questions?
What were you doing last night on Madden?
Why are you playing Madden at 2 a.m.?
Oh, so Arios Derpy wanted to start like a Madden franchise league. And so what you do is you draft like all the players, and so I'm like the Detroit Lions, for example, and it's awesome. We're 3-0 right now. We're playing good football.
It's a video game.
So no, hey, I have natural debuffs. You know, when I'm playing, it's like Lions debuff when my player's running with the ball and he fumbles. So they wanted to make an online
you get
franchise.
That right? It's a sports.
Yeah, it's a sports joke.
I've completely checked out.
I know.
For audio listeners, I'm completely checked out of this conversation.
Okay. So they wanted to make like an online franchise league, and so we did. And we played like 3 games last night, and it was actually a ton of fun. So the idea is you keep like going over the years and stuff like that, and you like negotiate contracts and all that kind of stuff, and everybody plays the game a week and stuff like that. And sometimes you play like real people. Like I played Target last night, and at some point I play Arios this season. So yeah, it's actually like a pretty decent time. I actually did not think I was going to actually have as much fun as I did with it. But like, I'm not doing Ultimate Team or anything like that.
No. Yeah, you can join. We play at 2 a.m.
Well, it wasn't 2 a.m. Like the draft started at we were just supposed to draft.
2 a.m. for me.
We got done drafting at like 10.
Oh, Jesus.
And so we were like, let's play one game. So we all played one game. And it was probably around 11 at that point. And we were like, well, we're up. Let's play a second game because Target and I had to play each other. And I just didn't want to be like, oh, like when can we like set up a game and all that kind of stuff? Because then you hold up the week. So I was like, oh, let's just play the second week. And then I fucking put a pounding on his ass and showed him the business. He was kind of being cocky and shit. And I kind of fucking stuffed it to him, beat him like by 30. Yeah. So
I know that being beaten by 30 is bad.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
I don't need to know sports to know that.
We got to
This is
get you
golf.
into football, Joey. That's like the
Scoring
normie
is
part of
1,000.
Mr. Freestyle.
Dado taught me during the Super Bowl. I'll never forget that, dude. That's like a highlight.
With like wizards and
he taught
minions.
me, yeah. He's like, okay, so the minions are trying to get their orb to the other side of the wizard tower, okay? And to do that, they have to like go a certain amount of steps on each checkpoint.
Yep.
And I'm like, holy shit, this is making sense. Like,
this is making sense.
I was learning. I was like, he's starting to believe. I was seeing it happen in my mind. So Super Bowl was fun to watch, but
yeah, but
I don't know if I'll like get into it as like a huge thing though.
Yeah, and I think Arios might be like uploading these games to like YouTube. I don't know if you've seen like Arios's posts, but like
I think I have, yeah.
He's doing like Sports Center highlights with like his super mega baseball team, and it's hilarious. And I think he's trying to do the same thing with Madden.
Mm-hmm.
So I think I'm also just trying to help out our boy Arios get some content.
Good stuff. Well, I was in Arios's chat when I found out that I was partnered, because I was literally just sitting there like just typing in his chat, and I was like, what the hell? There's a check mark next to my name.
And
then I realized, and then I saw like the inbox thing that was like, you have access to the partner page. And I didn't even see the email, so I only saw the email in the morning when I woke up. It was a cool feeling.
Again, GZ, your partner.
Thanks.
We know.
Appreciate.
It's
I am partner though. I also have a girlfriend. In case you guys like were.
Yeah, and you hate when chicks hit on you when you're trying to watch a movie.
Hey, yeah, seriously, get off.
Hey, Sam.
No. Yeah, Miss Fruit.
There's a time and a place.
There it is. That's right.
I go to the movie theaters to watch a movie, okay? So like
that's why you go alone. Hey.
Right.
What?
All right.
What?
I'm gonna ask some questions here.
I know you guys have better ask some banger about time Joey questions. All right. I'm not okay, not a single one.
I'm also
right.
I have to admit. See.
Oh, there it is.
No Pringles.
Still munching on the stacks.
They're better, dude.
Those do look
They're so much more flavorful.
I do like baked Lays though. Those are like a baked Lays type.
I'm just eating it right now because like literally I ate like an hour and a half, but that's just, as we talk, like my energy is just like I feel myself just like
suck the life out of you, Mr. Fruit.
It's just this is my day-to-day life. Like literally I wake up without a charged battery, even though I get like 8.5 hours of sleep. And then I never recharge, and it's just like
fumes. We got a question here from Omega the Hacker. Says, I have a question. What's your favorite turn off brain kick ass game? Mine is Monster Hunter World Rise. All right, it's not. I guess it's not kick ass, but I would say TFT. Like I'm not essentially kicking ass.
Except I don't turn my brain off. By the opposite.
See, I guess that's why I don't climb.
I had a few. It used to be Battlefront 2, because I love just going Darth Maul and just destroying shit in the game. But it became too big for the old PC, and I didn't play it as much. So now it's probably Pokemon TCG. That's what I just turned my brain off to. Pretty often actually. Like I'm so out of meta. Like I'm sitting here just getting my ass just destroyed by Urshifu cards and stuff like that.
I'm 14 years out of the meta. All right.
That's
I don't want to hear it.
That's fair.
Okay.
I play pretty often though. I mean, I'm actually opening up packs today before we start Mario Party or Mario Kart.
We'll stream it.
But I do if you want to watch.
What? Are you TCG?
Oh, I don't stream TCG. I should.
Saying.
I would play TCG. I have like a few decks.
Didn't you say the UI is pretty awful though? Is that the?
Oh, it's literally. They haven't released their new version yet, so it still looks like a game from like 2005, and it's like
now it'll look like a game from 2006. So.
It pretty much, yeah. Basically, it's not changing much, but they're adding Bryce to the game, so that's what I'm hyped for.
That's true.
For audio listeners and literally everybody else who doesn't get that, there's a NPC in the new Pokemon TCG update that looks exactly like Bryce. Basically, it just means a white guy with blonde hair.
To be fair, video listeners also would have no idea.
That's
just context. You know?
Yeah, it's just context.
What would you say is your turn off kick ass game, Christian?
That's my problem. I don't have one anymore.
Yeah,
I haven't had one in
return
years, frankly.
You should play TCG with me.
Deadly Seven. Do you turn off your brain? Literally, right?
Epic 7.
You turn off your wallet.
Sorry.
And also, the difference with that game is it's not like a game you sit down and play. Really.
True.
Yeah. You just do your dailies.
Yeah. and you let it
That's
run
me
or
with
whatever.
Cookie Run right now. That's all I play Cookie Run for. Just do dailies.
Yeah, I don't know. I love my job, but it's also changed how I interact with video games. So
it's starting to hit me too.
This is a blue question specifically. It says after hearing that so didn't you watch Overlord, Christian? Because this is like an Overlord question.
What?
Overlord? Okay, so maybe it is only blue that watched it.
No.
Okay, we gotta skip you Gorilla Man because Blue's not here. Finner asks thoughts on Tom Brady unretiring. This will probably be on the podcast, but if it isn't, just in case.
Just go home, dude.
I love the fact that this guy spent like 2 months with his kids and was like, you know what? I'd rather be tackled by dudes.
Yeah. You know what?
This could not take it.
I like to think he's like, I need to spend time with my family. 2 months later. All right, that's enough. I'm back,
That's
baby.
good. I've kissed my son too many times now. We got to go back in the field.
Hey, dude, that's not that weird. Okay, he just loves his kids. I thought it was funny though. It's like this meme. It was like Tom Brady talking to his family today, and it was like Magic Johnson. He's like, "I'm not gonna be here." That shit was so funny. It's awesome. I knew he was gonna come back. As I said, as soon as like he wasn't able to announce his retirement on his terms, I was like, that's gotta piss him off.
I think now though, when he does fully retire, it'll be like, okay, yeah, sure, Brady, whatever you say, you're 67, sure.
It already
you're
felt
retiring.
like that, frankly.
All right, whatever, man. It won't have as much weight.
Mark Rasay says, have you guys considered including some VR games into your videos? There seems to be some untapped content of your caliber available. For example, Swords of Sorcery, Fallout VR, Super Hot VR. It's more affordable now than last year too.
For audio listeners, me and Mr. Fruit are shaking our heads.
So
it's not a problem of games or
Christian can't
barrier of
literally
entry.
Do it.
It's a matter of
can't. Yeah, that's
For
his.
drenched in sweat, heat flashes, nausea, dizziness, and that's from putting on the headset and then turn something on.
I suck at VR games
because like you keep your glasses on when you're in there. No,
it'd be worse if I didn't. Because then I'd be like, what am I looking at? Be blind as a bat anyway.
Brightness up, like
I like VR. I can only do VR. I did like this VR BR one time, and I had one of the worst headaches I have ever had afterward. I was like, I can never do that again. But like some VR is fun.
I sit in front of this computer like maybe 12 hours a day. I
think
could not sit in front of a computer that's 2 centimeters from my eyes. For even half that.
Until they figure out. Well, it's like I've even popped Dramamine. It's supposed to help with motion sickness. It doesn't help. So I'm thinking unless it gets to a point where VR is more movement based, because maybe my brain will be a little happier if I'm actually moving while I'm doing the VR. But that's part of the problem. My brain's like, bro, what's going on? Because this ain't happening, but everything's moving around us. Yeah. So until that gets don't get me wrong, VR is cool, and some games look cool, and I'm like, I wish I could play that, but I can't.
Yeah,
it's all there is to it. I would if I could.
Treyborn says, do your pets know any cool tricks / commands? We adopted a dog almost 2 months ago, and he's gotten sit, lay down, and time for bed pretty good, but I'm wondering what I should teach him next. Any suggestions?
I have cats, man. They don't do anything that I tell them to.
All my pets are in Tennessee because there's no animals allowed in my house now. So thanks, landlord. Appreciate you. So no.
Claire taught all this to my dismay. I didn't encourage this. But all of knows this command, ask. It is cute.
It is.
But she gets up on her hind legs with her little corgi legs.
Yeah.
And she asks. What we like to see. She does a little begging thing. Yeah, I'm talking about you.
Yeah, it's so cute.
I told you not to teach her that, and then you did.
For the audio listeners, we're about to see a marital dispute live.
Am I wrong? I'm not saying anything you don't know.
Oh my god!
Yeah.
He's getting madder. Claire seems scared. What's going? Oh my god! Claire's choking Mr. Fruit.
What?
Audio listeners, you are missing out.
It is cute though.
It is cute.
Oh, a hard right hook from Claire.
Oh.
She's smashing his baked lays now.
I know. Oh, not the stacks.
No, that's the
Claire,
sound of my bones.
Okay. When I gave Max treats though, I would say like Max sit, but like he always sat like whenever.
Good.
So it would make it as if like he knew sit, but like he
Max,
just
don't
sat.
sit.
Like,
No.
yeah, he like always sat.
Set him up for
like,
success, you know.
Yeah. But maybe he actually, I don't know. Sir Harmonic, what's y'all's favorite memories when you were kids?
Do you guys have memories from when you were
I
kids?
guess one I go back to is all the kids were a gym leader in Pokemon, and we would go around battling each other, and everybody's parents got them like a special like badge. So if you lost, you gave the badge to said person. It was really cool. The family around the neighborhoods came together. But like we weren't actually like, oh, like let me flip my coin. Like it was more so like, oh, I do 40 damage because on the card it says 40 damage, and it was like not actually playing by the rules.
Unbelievable. I'd set you guys straight. Like this is a mockery.
For sure.
I won't stand for this.
Yeah, you would have been the Ash Ketchum for sure.
No, I'm still making my kid memories, so I'm still in it, baby. Copium. No, I used to watch a lot of Star Trek with my dad when I was like a kid, and I think that I don't think it's like probably the coolest thing that happened to kid me, but I have a lot of good memories just watching the OG Star Trek with my dad and a lot of those older films and stuff. Me and my brother and him. It's cool. Something I remember. I don't have a lot of kid memories. Maybe this is a brain thing. Mr. Fruit, what about you and your stacks?
They're keeping me alive right now.
For audio listeners, he's down in these stacks.
I've been muting myself and taking the mic away.
He's been just taking them out.
I need this. Yeah, I'm kind of the same way. When people are like, "Oh yeah, memories," I'm like, I'm kind of like, you have those.
You have those.
I just don't remember much.
Not enough terabytes.
Not even like the TCG tournaments with your friend's dad.
That's the thing too is some of them, but I can't like call
like scenes.
Memories.
Like scenes don't play out. Like they don't have.
Only play out. But the thing is, like, unless there's usually something to instigate me remembering that,
like a core
something
memory
happens,
type thing.
yeah, and it's like this reminds me of, and then honestly, with the way memory works too, I'm sure 90% of the story is wrong at that point.
Yeah,
but most of the memories I actually remember, ironically, aren't even memories anymore. They're just stories because I've told them so many times. So I remember how I tell them.
Rather than the memory itself.
I'm like, yeah, that's probably how it went.
Sounds right.
Like it changes so much along the way.
Yeah.
So you're gonna tell me the Bible for thousands of years? No, but like, yeah, I don't know. And I learned part of that it has to do with my depression. Yeah, brains just don't operate that same way. Yeah. So I live in the present and do my best. I
still making those kid memories, baby.
Yeah, but like
making them.
The first memory that pops up in my head.
For the audio listeners
and the video listeners, suspense.
He's thinking hard.
Well, I'm trying to think of a memory that is happiest memory, right?
Yeah.
Was it say something that all the memories I'm thinking of aren't happy right now? Happy memory.
You could say meeting me at a young age. Meeting Kevin.
Happy memory.
Oh, God.
Hitting a 50 in Halo? I guess, but you probably don't remember that as a memory,
I wouldn't.
Though. I mean, you didn't hit 50.
Oh, okay.
You can see the smoke coming through his headphones.
This is a weird kind of happy because the moment wasn't happy. It was a loving memory. How about that? After I scraped my knee really bad and got all those stitches and stuff, playing at recess. I think I've told that story before here. I hadn't been able to do much for months and months. Needed it to heal. I couldn't walk for a while. And so finally, once I was able to take like the bandage off and the stitches had just gotten out, tried to start getting out a little more. And my older brother Dylan was down in the cul-de-sac, a couple streets or whatever, playing football with some of his friends or whatever. And he invited me along and went down to go play some football. But they were playing like street football because we just didn't have enough like grass or yards or anything around there to play properly in a field or yard.
Yeah.
Because there was probably like 20 people, 20, 25.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it was a mess. But so we're playing street football, and it's supposed to be just like touch rules. Because like, what are you gonna do? Tackle on streets?
Pavement. Yeah.
Right. So we're playing this, and as I arrived to, my older brother Dylan goes ahead and like lets everybody know, like, hey, this is my younger brother. I'd already met some of them and stuff, but he's like, also just a heads up, he's gonna be playing with us, but like he just got done with some surgery on his knee and stuff, so just be a little careful with him. Not to mention I'm like 4 or 5 years younger than everyone there.
You know how it feels.
And they're like twice my size and age and build. So we're playing football. I used to be athletic, so I'm hanging with the big dudes. But then I can't remember. I think one of them was like getting upset because I just scored a touchdown or something. So next possession, whatever play it was, I got the ball, and I'm like running down the sidelines, and this older dude on the other team comes up and just like shoves me, like puts all of his weight behind it. When I'm like full sprint, so I go like flying because at that point I'm like a paperweight. Fall down, scrape my knee. And I'm already like grabbing it, like I'm like, oh my god, like I reopened it, like what's happened? And Dylan, my white knight, comes up and like pushes that dude. It's like, dude, like what have you done? Like I told you. He stood up for me, picked me up, walked me all the way back home and everything though, and was like stern to that dude how upset he was, and very well spoken, but stood up for me, brought me back. We washed my knee off and stuff, and he helped, but that was like,
feels good, man. Clap.
Yeah.
Feels strong, man. More
something about like an older like kid being mad at you that was like kind of like scary, but at the same time like kind of like, yeah, I'm a little shitter, huh? Like I was always like that. Like older kids get mad at me, I was like
that sounds like my younger brother.
Question here. Oh wait, no, that's a Final Fantasy question. That's for Blue. Okay.
Oh, dude, toss it my way, dude. Yeah.
Okay.
I didn't mean.
Pot says, okay. Omega the Hacker says, very hard question for you guys. How y'all feeling today?
Tired.
Yes, it's a good start of the day. I know I'm crazy tired. I'm so glad we didn't do this podcast 2 hours ago when it was 7 o'clock, dude. I swear to God.
I'm feeling okay though. Feeling kind of motivated because for like a solid week and a half, 2 weeks, I couldn't even get myself to work. So I'm getting back in that. So happy about that.
Nice.
I'm gonna eat something to get a little more energy. I'm gonna work out, and then I got the movie tonight. So I'm gonna try and cart. I need to re-download and find my Switch. Yeah.
I feel good. I'm excited to go play with the kitty for a little bit. Max was so old he didn't really play. So it's fun to have like a little kitty that wants to like always play it. Like she loves the laser pointer, and that shit makes her go wild. So I might do that for a little bit. Goo Boy says, howdy everyone, with Other Ring out and everybody singing their teeth to it. I gotta ask, who's your favorite boss so far? I'll try and keep it away. There's this cool dragon that I ran into, but I didn't even beat it yet. But it looked really aesthetically cool. So
there's some nice bosses there.
I have done my best
say dragon.
To avoid everything.
Yeah.
I know there's a tree sentinel, Hecarim looking dude, that everyone talks about, and I saw Rob try and fight while he's very under the influence.
Hooped an event.
The boss Joey fought, I already knew because that was also one of like the very first gameplay things they showed. I know that. And then, unfortunately, I did see some GIF of you're in some field, and then I think I know the dragon you're talking about. Just shows up. I was like, "That's sick. Too bad I can't just experience that." And then aside from that,
still might be able to.
Yeah, but aside from that,
I've seen so many stuff, and I still get surprised.
I think I've literally avoided all other things. So
nice.
So I don't know. Tree Sentinel looks cool. I'll say that.
What's your favorite boss, Joey, without being too spoilery?
I would. The dragons look awesome.
Okay.
They're fight wise pretty simple, but I like them aesthetic wise for sure. And I can't say I like any of the world bosses because they piss me off. So
Classy says, had to find out through Twitter today that Last Kingdom Season 5 is out. Apparently, it released on the 9th. Have you seen it? Mainly asking Fruit, since I don't think the others have talked about it. In the theme of that, your favorite time period show. Shows taking place in a certain time period in history.
I'm currently, last night I finished episode 5. So I think I have like 1 or 2 episodes left. But yeah, you know me. I was like, hey, my Viking show's coming back. I ready.
Is it good?
Yeah, I like it. I think I liked Vikings more. But it's still a good show. And like I said too, if it's any kind of feudal, medieval, Viking, pirate themed, I'm probably watching it.
You're there.
My favorite time period show is Game of Thrones. That time in history that was totally real.
Yes, totally event.
I remember that one. The scrolls tell of that. Yeah.
Yep.
If I had I have no idea what that show is, but I'm glad you're enjoying it. I guess. Mine would probably have to be like dinosaurs. Anything with dinosaurs in it scratches my itch. And there used to be this show back in like 2011 called Terra Nova. That was for the longest time one of my favorite shows of all time because it was like a show where like they went back in time to like the settlement and they were trying to settle like on a new Earth. There was dinosaurs and shit, and it was so cool. And they weren't renewed for a season 2, and it still to this day pisses me off. So rip Terra Nova.
As for my favorite period show, I don't think I could give one, but yeah, favorite. Like I said, throw it around that time. I'll like it. At the very least, I'll watch it, even if I don't like it. So.
Noah's Gamer says, "Hey everyone, hope you're doing fantastic. Potentially deep question, but I want to hear what y'all's favorite part of content creation is, whether it be community, creativity, connection, etc. Also, Rob, are you watching Assassination Classroom? One of my favorite animes, personally. No, I haven't started it yet, but I've been meaning to. My favorite part about content creation is that I literally get to do it with my friends. Like, it's not like I've heard a lot of horror stories about people who do content creation with people they don't get along with, people they don't like, and that kind of stuff. And I'm just thankful I get to like hang out with my friends and just literally get to do what I would be doing anyways. With my dudes.
Joey,
I'm as someone who's kind of just starting it, it's weird because I'm experiencing like different sides of things, and some things are not as wonderful. But I think that the part that's really kept me like fully into it is probably the community aspect. Like whether it's the Reddit memes that the guys made during the Nuzlocke or just like my chat in general, like it baffles me that some people have my notifications on and are like there to see me just chill. That is like wild to me because that was me for like the longest time, and I'm not saying that that's like it's like a weird place to be, but like it's weird kind of being in that having that sense of community, and it's built around my community. It's sick. That's probably my favorite part. I love connecting with those guys. And that's probably why I like streaming more than I would do YouTube. Because I just like talking to people. What do you think, Mr. Fruit?
Oh, I feel fulfilled. Something I do. Yeah. I wasn't many things and didn't know what I wanted to do that would make me feel satisfied, but I feel fulfilled.
That gives you this feeling that you get currently doing this.
And I hadn't done anything else that made me feel that. So
feel strong, man.
Mm-hmm.
B says, "Hey guys, appreciate all you guys are doing. I got a wholesome question. Do you think our pets know how much we love and care for them?" Yeah, I think. Right?
I tell them every night I would catch a bullet for them. So they know.
I miss my cats, man. Feels bad. But I've said that like 3 times now.
Treyborn says,
I'd be upset too.
Yeah, I would too. Says, I don't remember if any of you are big Harry Potter stans, but did you see the gameplay reveal for Hogwarts Legacy? If so, what are your thoughts, and are you looking forward to playing it? I actually missed it. Was it sick?
It actually looked pretty okay.
Crazy.
I'm not a huge Harry Potter guy.
Ligma Sugmiosa. And I was like, well, I don't remember that.
No.
Yeah, it's crazy.
So that's a pretty advanced spell, and it's for calm down.
Already trying to pull that one off? Okay.
No, oh no, he's Sugma. No.
How do I do it?
It looks okay. Yeah, I might check it out. I'm not a huge Harry Potter.
Is it an MMO or is it like a what is
Single
it?
It's kind of like a role playing thing. I would have to look more.
Is it single player?
Yeah.
Okay.
So.
But it looks cool.
Alright. The gameplay looks clean.
The attention to detail looks really cool. Like everything about it, I was like, that looks really cool, except the combat. Combat looks pretty
combat-y. Yeah, with
like
wand.
Yeah, I think the problem was they're probably we need to stick true to how it is in the movies, but the combat movies was trash. Like it's like Revolutionary War but with wands. They just sit there.
That's a good way of
and
they just got to make it like those PS2 games where they had big blocky Hagrid like, how you doing, Harry? What's going on?
Harry?
Like bring that guy back.
I know it
that
could
was
be
my guy.
The combat could be cool, but yeah, everything else, and it also looks like for anyone that's just a Harry Potter fan, though, it looks like you'll enjoy it. Just being able to, like, from what I can tell, it's all based Hogwarts around. You can explore like the entire castle outside, go into the different houses. You get sorted into one, different places to explore. So I feel like literally just as a fan too, I think they're just gonna enjoy being
in that world.
Yeah, like. Absorbed.
And it's about time like Harry Potter got something like this. I think
because they have not been eating with movies as far as I've seen,
or PR
and books, and authors. Yeah, they have not been eating. So Hufflepuff for life, baby. Let's get it.
Normie.
I don't even know what that means. So
means you're a normie.
Yeah, whatever. Gryffindor looking.
I actually don't know. Well, the thing was, I think I talked about this too. I literally hadn't read, hadn't seen, hadn't consumed anything Harry Potter until a couple years ago.
Really?
Because for Claire, she really liked it. So yeah, I watched the movies with her marathon over like a week or two. And that was right before the first Fantastic Beasts came out.
Mm-hmm.
So it was like 2017 or something. That was literally the first time I'd seen it. And I was like, yeah, that's pretty cool. The Fantastic Beasts, like this third or second one, third, whatever the fudge one. Second one was very meh. First one was okay, but this third one, it's like, why
are we still on this?
Well, it's like, why did you call it Fantastic Beasts?
Yeah,
you could have just made it a spinoff of. I was gonna say Gandalf.
Yeah.
Whoever Jude Law is playing, the really
Newt guy, right?
Isn't that... What? No, Jude Law.
I don't know his name.
What? You don't know Jude?
Oh, Dumbledore.
I've lost
Dumbledore. Thank you.
Yeah.
So they're doing the whole thing with Dumbledore and Sirius Black or whatever, or whatever that whole thing is. They could have just made that
or whatever.
Yeah, they could have just, but instead they're like, we're gonna throw this into this Fantastic Beast thing, and it's trying to be like two different things.
Yeah.
And just watching the trailer, the third one, it literally looks like Newt, the protagonist, in Fantastic Beasts, is the camera.
Yeah.
Like they brought him along to scribe, write down the event. He's just, they're literally just using him as like, imagine you're Newt, you're in this adventure. It's like,
imagine like being the main character and you're the least interesting character.
I do like those movies though. I actually did enjoy them.
That's good for you.
Yeah, you might enjoy this next one. But yeah, I'm checked.
But the original movies I really liked. Yeah, and I was bummed I hadn't bothered to watch them before.
All right, we'll kind of jump around these last ones. Stredrin asks, virtual reality systems are gaining popularity these days. Are you excited about the potential of virtual reality or worried? Why? Stay sweet.
Dog. I don't know.
I'd rather go for
I think virtual reality. Yeah, I think virtual reality is like the smoke and screen, what everyone thinks is going to happen. But I think, like what Christian said, augmented reality is where like the real.
I could actually consume that, so that would be nice.
Where the real like meat and potatoes is I think
Pokemon Go started a trend. We'll see.
I think augmented reality is the play.
But I'd like to see it, get pushed further and where it can actually go.
I think NFTs in the gaming space is
Demon
the future.
Says,
calm down
in the
there,
age of what feels like
disrespect.
more games than not being co-op online in some regard, and wait, hold on, I suck at reading. In the age of what feels like more games than not being co-op or online in some regard, and creating content a lot as a group, do you guys prefer games with friends or do you prefer single game player games more?
Definitely with friends. I mean, like I said, I miss playing.
Depends on the game, though. Like, I feel like some games are good for multiplayer, some aren't.
Well, like God of War, for instance.
Oh, well,
but
obviously I'm not going to try and play that with you guys.
But the thing is, I think also just the way my content is, or like the content I have made, lends itself to multiplayer games rather than single player. Also because I like single players, but a lot of the time too, especially the narrative heavy ones, there's only so much you can add to it as a personality.
Yeah.
Especially like really story heavy ones where I try and interject, but it's mainly just an interactive movie, which aren't bad games. I'm just saying as far as content and stuff.
Yeah. That's why I think I was considering playing Detroit Become Robot Guys for a while, and I was just like I look back at that game and I'm like for me I would just be like watching a movie, and I wouldn't be able to interject much. Like I know it's an amazing game, but I don't think like there's really room for my content to be in there because I feel like I would be you're either too into the lore or you're talking, so I can't do both. It's hard for me to do both.
We have some questions left over, but we'll have this one be the last ones, and then we'll because some are like related to Blue. Last question says, since it's Women's History Month, I wanted to ask y'all who your favorite female character is in media, anime, movies, comics, anything really. Is also hope y'all sure to show some love to your women in your life, your moms and a friend, or just any woman who positively impacts your life. P.S. Did you guys know this was a month? I thought it was a day. And then with like a stone emoji.
Well, we had Women Day like a week ago or something.
All I remember is this TikTok Claire showed me, and it was like one of those filters that randomly does stuff, and it was supposed to be it's going to give you two things, and you have to choose one, and the other one disappears or like it's gone forever, and the guy's sitting there, it's like, and it's Women's Awareness Month or Black History Month. He's like, I feel like this is a trap.
In the video,
yeah.
I always liked Wendy Testaberger from South Park because she was always like she is like really smart, and even though Cartman's a total dick to her, she's unapologetically still very smart and intelligent, even though he thinks that was weird. And like, so it always like showed me that like you could be smart and that's not like weird to be smart type of thing. But I wasn't very smart. I just wish I was smart.
Yeah, I'll be honest. Whenever I watch shows or something, I never identify with them or like try and extract.
This is why you didn't like Turning Red. Here we go.
No. Or like, well, I just don't sit there and be like, wow, watching them really shows to me that so and so, or like if some depressed person is like, I can overcome that. Like, I just don't connect that way. So for me, though, it honestly probably Toph. I think I like Toph the most. I really like the idea that she was like this blind bender. The way she used bending as well was completely different. And then also, I think that's part of why I liked her character was they essentially played through
also
it.
Blind.
Exactly. I mean, it's something that she struggles with, and they demonstrate throughout the show, but everyone underestimates her because she's blind. and then she's actually like the best Earthbender there ever was. So.
That's a good pick. I really like seeing how women are depicted in media, and some things do it really well, and others do not. My hero. But I mean, right now,
okay.
Probably.
Let me correct that. Every shonen.
Okay, yeah, mostly.
It's not really.
Hey, JoJo Part 6 is doing okay with their main.
I mean, it's like
I'm really enjoying Jolene.
Like Naruto, I can't defend them. They just keep making Sakura whiny, rely on others. I'm gonna finally stick up for myself. Oh, never mind, I can't.
I can't do it.
600 episodes of that or whatever.
Look at how they draw One Piece characters. I mean, sheesh. But well, I think Jujutsu Kaisen actually does women really well. I actually really like how some
that one's been nice so far.
Are shown. Damn, Avatar was a good answer. I'd probably have to go with, for right now, either Jolene, that's Shark.
Jolene,
or at least a Star Wars girl,
Dolly
like
Parton's
Leia,
a queen.
Leia or something.
Yeah,
That's a good answer.
Ooh.
There's Leia.
Oh, I just heard Star Wars. Didn't say it.
Oh yeah, there's Star Wars does.
Okay, so who'd you say?
Pretty okay. So Leia.
Ooh.
Or dude, I can't do it. Padme's cool too. That's all this Star Wars woman.
Leia, was she in like the EU or?
It's some kind of Legends content.
Okay, yeah, that's why I didn't know.
All right, that'll do it for the GG Over Easy podcast episode 125. Partner Joey, where can people partner with you on the partner?
We've been recording this whole time?
Yes.
Oh, you can find me. You know what? I've never plugged my Instagram. Follow me on Instagram. Rob tagged me in a post on Instagram the other day. He still doesn't follow me. So go follow me on Instagram.
Wait, I don't?
I got a notification of my DMs. Rob tagged you in a picture. I was like, oh, cool. Like, I think you posted something about the raid. And then I'm looking at it and I'm like, oh, he doesn't follow me back on Instagram.
My phone's about to die.
I'm never on Instagram. So,
gee, for me, that's
follow
like
me there for never any posts.
For like people who are like, you never post Instagram. Same thing as like checking texts.
Yeah.
I forget I have Instagram. Okay.
Yeah,
it's just not my rotation. So you said Instagram, like, oh, right. I have an Instagram. Oh, right. Which I never post on. That's right.
Oh, yikes. Yeah. Or on Twitch at partnered Twitch streamer.
Yeah. You can follow me at partner at twitch.tv/AboutTimePartner.
Yeah, 1T.
You can find me blacklisted on the blacklisted list from Twitch. Probably not too far from the top.
Playing copyrighted music.
Right under Dr. D, you know. So
are you gonna make your own game studio now?
Just NFTs.
Okay. Oh, great. There's a space for that, I'm sure. Well, bye everybody.
Bye.